Hello and welcome to Season A, the platform where we speak truth to power. And you're watching a video here which we're going to quickly narrate to you the greatness of Africans. For thousands of years, they tried to hide so many things about the greatness of Africa, but it's they're having to even really reveal it themselves, and that's very, very important to acknowledge this. The fact that this theft is being prevented from getting it back in the hands of Africans, which is for Africans, it just shows the hypocrisy. You take something from somebody, and then you refuse to give it back, and you say you are protecting it for humanity. Where's the logic? And yet the stuff we know of artifacts that have been stolen right here in the UK, for example. Anyway, let's listen to this. And before I go ahead, there's been an evidence of complex mathematics that existed in Central Africa 20,000 years ago and is hidden away in the drawer in Belgium. Listen, the Ishango bone is a bone tool dated to the upper Paleolithic era. It has a series of what has been interpreted as tally marks and carved in 3 columns running the length of the tool. But some scientists have suggested that the groupings of notches indicates a mathematical understanding that goes beyond counting. So, with that said, now let us roll the tape.
Well, Africa being credited with another contribution to science. CNN's Patricia Kelly talked with researchers who have evidence that 20,000 years ago, before the pharaohs of Egypt, another African civilization produced a sophisticated calculator.
Proof that primitive man was well acquainted with mathematics lies under lock and key in the dusty archives on the 19th...
Note they say lock and key. Who gave them the right to hold on to what belongs to Africa, what belongs to the people of Congo? Who gave them that right? I just want you to understand that. The whole world is doing it for safekeeping. Who gave them that right? Africans can take care of, and indeed, given the chance to, without interference, we can protect. And we had artifacts that were there for thousands of years before it's been looted by the colonials. Listen on.
Floor of Belgium's Royal Institute of Natural Science.
Don't forget Belgium, Congo, where 20 million people were killed. That is the story they will not tell you. King Leopold of Belgium oversaw the killing of 20 million Africans, and that is not considered genocide in the eyes of this so-called Western world. They don't want to compare it. But when you talk about Germany, for example, or what happened in Germany now, oh, that's genocide. But 20 million, oh, no, we don't want to talk about that. Are we viewed as humans? That's just one side of the story. But let's keep on this main topic here. This is a find that they say is on lock and key. Who gave them that right? It should be returned to Africa. That's the point that we're making here.
Best described as a prehistoric calculator, it's a piece of animal bone.
A prehistoric calculator that must be returned to Africa. No ifs, no buts.
10 centimeters long, about 4 inches. Discovered in the 1950s by a leading Belgian archaeologist, the bone was...
A leading Belgian archaeologist, or tomb raiders. I prefer to call them tomb raiders because that's what they've done. They've just gone and taken. Who gave them that right? They just see Africa as a place they can exploit, and they're still exploiting the resources till today. We need to really stand up. Africans, we must demand for these things back.
Found near Lake Edward at Ishango, on the border between the Congo and Rwanda. What sets the bone apart from the other fossils and fragments found at Ishango are its markings, groups of notches arranged in 3 distinct columns.
They are very, very well organized. They are not made at random. If you can make notches at random just to count how many animals you have killed today or something like that, but it's rather well organized.
When the notches are counted, a series of number sequences emerges. They suggest a number system based on 10, another based on 12, as well as a knowledge of multiplication and of prime numbers. This is a replica of the bone. It's thought this piece of quartz at the tip may have been used for writing or engraving. The Ishango bone may also be proof that a highly advanced civilization existed in Central Africa 15,000 years before the emergence of Egyptian culture. Homo sapiens may therefore have evolved in Central Africa before anywhere else in the world.
We have more and more proofs of mathematical activities in Africa, not written, but on stones, on bones, on strings. So indeed, there are more reasons to think that it's the very first mathematical activity. And in my view, of course, it should not be on the 19th floor. It should be on a golden table at the entrance of the museum.
Its Shango man's numbers system may have spread north following the River Nile into Egypt, as well as into West Africa. Now his influence may travel even further. This award-winning film director wants to take the bone into space and make a documentary about it.
I want to make a link between the history of Africa and the future of the mankind.
With the help of the European Space Agency, he's already taken the bone on a practice parabolic flight in zero gravity. The project is a deliberate allusion to the opening scenes from Stanley Kubrick's classic science fiction film 2001, A Space Odyssey. 50 years after the Shango bone was found and stuffed away in a drawer, it could be blasted into outer space, turning science fiction into fact. That could happen even before it goes on public display here on Earth. Patricia Kelly, CNN.
You see, what I'm showing you there, that bone belongs to Africa. Who gave them the right to be taking it? They keep saying they're sorry, or those who, they're sorry. Who gave them that right? So that bone, we need that bone back. It needs to be returned. It must be returned back to Africa. This is really, what the central issue here. So this is stuff that, and yet they are the same people who are saying Africans are this and calling us names and everything else. And the evidence is showing that we are the beginning of mankind, period, in so many instances. So this is something I think we need to hold on to as Africans, and we need to begin to embrace this kind of greatness. It's all over Africa. The kingdoms of so many kingdoms in Africa. Kingdom of Oyo State, or for your the Mali Empire, the Songhai Empire, all the great empires. Benin Kingdom, the longest earthworks in the entire world before it was destroyed by the tomb breeders. These are greatness that we Africans must understand and embrace about who we truly are. We're great people, and we need to embrace that greatness and use that as a way to unite us and build a great Africa for the coming generation of Africans. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Season 8, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'm just going to let that picture just roll, and I want you to just see that as it's as it's playing now. So I'm going to just let it get to the point where you see that picture, see the bone. See, there you go. That's the bone right there. That bone, yeah, that is a piece of amazing history, African history, a piece of amazing African history that many Africans are not going to be taught in Africa about who we are. So we understand, many Africans, this will be hidden. But programs like this, we are trying to make sure that we share this kind of information across the African continent so that we know who we are. Those who may be trying to hide this from us don't want us to, but we do. And we must share it. So when you're watching this, please do subscribe to Season 8, the platform where we speak truth to power. Subscribe to Season 8. How do you do that? Go ahead and subscribe to Season 8 on YouTube. Subscribe, hit notification button, and of course give us a thumbs up. So one more time, I'd like you to go ahead and do what? Show you one more time just to make sure it clears. So go ahead and subscribe to Season 8. Hit notification button, and of course give us a thumbs up. Help us grow the platform. We truly appreciate your support. Please share this broadcast to get this amazing positive message about Africans to be spread across to be shared with all Africans, so we know the greatness that we truly possess. This is just one example. There are many more, countless examples, and we need to share it among ourselves to really reconnect with who we are. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Season 8, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'm about Latron. Please subscribe, hit the notification button, and of course give us a thumbs up. And let's have your comments on this broadcast. What are your thoughts on what you just saw? Shouldn't the bones be returned, as a matter of course, to Congo? And there are so many things. I mean, yeah, it must be. No, even a question. It must be returned. Thank you for watching. You're watching Citizen AY. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll be back later on. Thank you and bye for now.